Okay, let's imagine something for a second. You've got this amazing story you want to tell visually, or maybe a new product launch, or a really complex idea you need to explain.
Right, something that needs video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you don't have the usual stuff. No massive budget, no big production crew, maybe not even years of filmmaking know-how.
Yeah, the classic barrier. How do you make something look professional, cinematic even, without all that?
That's been the million-dollar question for so long, hasn't it? High-end video has felt kind of gated, like only certain people or companies could play.
Definitely. It really limited who got to tell stories at that level of quality.
Which is precisely why today we're doing a deep dive into Google Flow. It's this really innovative AI filmmaking tool Google just introduced.
And it's already making waves, causing a lot of buzz in creative circles. For good reason, too.
So our mission here really is to unpack it. Look at the core parts, the features, how it's actually being used out there.
We want to show you how Flow is trying to, well, democratize high-quality video. Make it something anyone with an idea can potentially do.
Yeah, we've pulled together info from Google's own stuff, like the keyword and some other detailed looks, like an article called Google Flow, the AI tool that makes pro video creation easy.
We're aiming for a comprehensive picture.
So by the end of this chat, you should have a really clear sense of how Flow works, who it's actually for, and, why it feels like such a big step in creative tech.
You might find yourself looking at making videos in a whole new way.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Flow promises to democratize filmmaking. Big claim. What is it, actually? How does it work?
Right. So at its heart, Flow is an AI-powered platform for creating videos. Its main job, and this is the really cool part, is turning text descriptions. Prompts.
Like you just type what you want to see.
Pretty much, yeah. You type a description and it generates a cinematic video clip based on that. You could type and suddenly a scene with specific lighting and mood starts forming.
Wow. And why is that considered so groundbreaking? I mean, AI video generation isn't totally new, is it?
Well, it's not just about being faster, though it is fast. It's really designed for accessibility. To empower creators, no matter their tech background or budget, it just lowers that barrier to entry dramatically.
Okay, that makes sense. Empowerment. So how does it actually do that? What's under the hood? You mentioned AI.
Yeah, and it's not just one single AI. Think of it more like a team, a symphony, maybe, of Google's top AI models working together.
Interesting. A team of AI. So who's the main director generating the video itself?
That would be Google Veo 3. You can think of Veo 3 as the powerhouse, the engine driving the video generation.
Okay.
It's incredibly good at taking those text prompts and creating high-quality video, capturing really fine details, lighting, textures, complex movement.
So it's not just generic stuff.
No, not at all. It has what they call exceptional prompt adherence. So if you ask for, say, golden hour light on a cobblestone street, it really tries to deliver that specific look.
So the details matter.
Absolutely. That precision, plus its ability to simulate physics and create realism, is what makes it feel like such a leap.
Okay, so I could type something like, a busy city street at sunset, people walking, cars passing by, and Veo 3 could generate that specific scene.
That's the goal, yes. A detailed, accurate sequence based on your description.
That sounds almost magical for someone like me without a film crew.
Is there a trick to writing the prompts? A learning curve.
There's definitely some experimentation involved, like anything creative. You learn to refine your prompts, get more specific. It's a bit like directing. You try different takes with your wording.
Makes sense.
And it's worth noting, Veo 3 doesn't just do visuals. It already adds relevant sound effects, background noise.
Oh, wow.
And there's a new update where it can even generate speech for the clips. Though that part's still marked as experimental, the results can be a bit varied.
Still, integrated audio. That cuts down a ton of post-production work. Okay, so Veo 3 handles the video and basic sound. Who else is on this AI team?
Next up is Imagen 4. Its job is all about visual consistency, which is crucial.
Consistency. How so? Well, Imagen 4 helps create lifelike characters, environments, objects, and importantly, make sure they look the same across different scenes or clips.
Ah, okay. So if I have a character in scene 1, Imagen 4 helps make sure it's recognizably the same character in scene 5, even if the setting or lighting changes.
Exactly. That's vital if you're telling any kind of story that needs continuity. Whether you're building, I don't know, futuristic cities or historical scenes, it keeps that visual identity intact.
Got it. Veo 3 for video, Imagen 4 for consistency. Who's the third member of the band?
That'd be Gemini. Think of Gemini as the natural language processing brain, the NLP brain.
Right, Google's big language model like ChatGPT or Claude that people might know.
Precisely. Gemini is what makes interacting with Flow feel intuitive. You don't need complex code or commands.
So you can just talk to it, like use normal everyday language to refine things.
Yeah, exactly. You can tweak prompts, ask for specific camera moves, add dialogue ideas, request certain background sounds, all just by, well, chatting with it.
That really lowers the technical hurdle, doesn't it? Lets you focus on the creative vision instead of wrestling with software.
Absolutely. It puts the focus back on the story you want to tell.
Okay, so we've got these powerful AI brains generating clips, but making a film, or even a short video, needs more than just isolated shots. You need structure control.
You need a toolkit, right. And Flow seems to understand that. It's not just about generation. It provides tools for shaping the final product.
So what are some of those key tools?
Well, a really important one is the scene builder. This isn't just about sticking clips end to end.
Great.
It's designed to help you weave those clips into a proper sequence, a coherent story. It manages the transitions, keeps characters looking consistent across cuts, and even lets you create dynamic camera moves that flow across multiple generated scenes.
Oh, so it's like a smart editor built in.
Yeah.
Essential for anything longer than a single shot, like a short film or an ad. You need that flow.
Exactly. It lets you iterate on the narrative structure much faster without getting bogged down in traditional editing software for every little change.
And what about controlling the look within a scene? The cinematography.
That's where the camera controls come in. And this is where it starts to feel really powerful for creators.
I bet. So you can actually direct the virtual camera.
Yes. You get these advanced yet intuitive controls to manipulate camera angles, zoom levels, how the camera moves, pans, tilts, tracking shots.
Wow. So you can craft those specific shots like an intense close-up or a big wide landscape reveal, just like a real director would.
That's the idea. It gives you that cinematic language, but through a user-friendly interface. You don't need a film school degree to figure out how to get a dolly zoom effect, for instance.
That is incredibly powerful, putting those tools in more hands.
Yeah.
Okay, what about keeping track of everything you create? Characters, settings?
Good question. That's handled by the asset management system.
Asset management?
Yeah, it basically lets you organize and, crucially, reuse elements like characters, environments, or specific objects across different projects.
Oh, that's smart. So you could create a unique character look or a specific virtual set runs.
And then easily pull it back into new videos later. It builds efficiency, kind of like having your own digital backlot or library of assets. Great for consistency if you're doing a series, for example.
Definitely saves time. And there was one more feature mentioned. Flow TV? What's that?
Flow TV is basically an integrated gallery or showcase right inside the platform.
Okay.
It shows off clips and even little channels made by other users using Flow. It works in two ways. One, it's inspiration, you see what's possible.
And the other?
It's a learning tool. You can often see the prompts people use to get certain effects, so you learn by example.
That's a clever way to build community and help people get up to speed.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this all sounds very impressive. The big question for a lot of listeners now is probably, how do I get access? I gather Flow grew out of an earlier Google Labs experiment called VideoFX.
That's right, it's been evolving, and access is tied into Google's AI subscription plans.
Okay, what are the options?
There are two main tiers currently. First is Google AI Pro. This gives you access to the key Flow features, lets you generate, I think, 100 clips per month, and it uses the Veo 2 model.
Veo 2, so the predecessor to Veo 3.
Correct. Still very capable, but Veo 3 is the newer, more advanced one.
Which brings us to the other tier.
Exactly. That's Google AI Ultra. This plan gives you higher usage limits, which pros might need. But the big thing is early access to Veo 3.
The latest and greatest.
Yes, and importantly, Veo 3 with that native audio generation we talked about, where the environmental sounds and even dialogue are woven right in during creation.
That sounds like a huge time saver.
It really aims to be. Ultra also offers higher resolution output, 1080p, and some enhanced camera controls. So it's definitely geared towards professionals, filmmakers, businesses who need that top quality and feature set.
Makes sense. And availability. Is this just a US thing?
It started in the US, but they're expanding quite rapidly. Flow and the AI Ultra plan recently rolled out to 76 more countries. So it's now available in over 140 countries if you have either the AI Pro or AI Ultra plan.
That's pretty global. Any caveats?
Just the usual things. Specific feature availability might vary a bit by country, and certain types of images might not be supported, likely for safety reasons. And as we mentioned, that AI audio generation is still labeled experimental, so your mileage may vary on that specific feature for now.
Okay, good to know. What if someone's listening and Flow isn't quite in their region yet via the Google plans? Are there other ways to try out the underlying tech?
Yeah, potentially. Some third-party platforms, like one called Imagine Art, actually provide access to Google's Veo and Imagen models. So that could be an alternative way to experiment with the core AI, even if you don't have the full Flow interface yet.
Right, options exist. Okay, so we've dissected Flow, the AI, the tools, how to get it. Let's pivot to the bigger picture. What does all this technology actually mean for people, for you, listening? What's the real impact here?
I think it comes back to that word, democratization. That's the core idea, isn't it? Taking this high-end capability and making it accessible.
Opening the gates.
Exactly. It's enabling a whole new wave of creators, people with ideas, but maybe not the traditional resources, to actually make high-quality video content.
And we're already seeing it used in lots of different ways, right?
Right.
It's not just for aspiring Spielbergs.
Oh, absolutely. The applications are really broad. For independent filmmakers, it's huge. Suddenly, they can create things that were just impossible before without serious money or crew. Think complex visual effects, elaborate sets.
Things you could only dream about on a small budget.
Right. And then think about social media content creation. Influencers, marketers.
Yeah.
They need to be fast, reactive.
Keep up with trends.
Yeah. Flow lets them generate polished, professional-looking videos super quickly.
Yeah.
Imagine mocking up a product launch video in minutes, trying out different versions.
That's a game changer for marketing agility. What about education?
That's another exciting area. Educational materials. Teachers can create dynamic videos to explain tricky concepts.
Like visualizing science experiments or historical events.
Precisely. Making learning much more visual and engaging than just a textbook diagram.
I can see that being incredibly useful. And businesses.
They're jumping on it too. For corporate training, onboarding new employees, internal comms.
Like compliance videos or product demos. Stuff that can be kind of dry usually.
Exactly. Flow can make those more engaging and way faster and cheaper to produce than hiring a traditional video crew for every single internal training module.
Makes sense. And obviously, marketing and advertising agencies must be looking at this closely.
For sure. Creating ad campaigns, testing different video concepts quickly with audiences, iterating based on feedback. It streamlines that whole process.
And even virtual events.
Yeah, organizers can use it for slip teaser videos, highlight reels, post-event summaries. It just ups the production value easily.
It's fascinating how broad the potential use cases are. And you mentioned Google worked with creatives while building this.
Yes, that's a key point. They emphasize it was built by and for creatives. They actively got input from filmmakers.
To make sure the tools actually worked for people doing the work.
Right. And you can see that reflected in some of the partnerships they've highlighted.
Like who? Any specific examples?
Well, there's Dave Clark. He's an award-winning filmmaker who's always been interested in new tech. He used AI, including Flow's predecessors and presumably Flow now, on projects like Battalion, Ninja Punk, and his latest short, Freelancers.
Interesting. Anyone else?
There's Henry Dobre. He made a visually stunning piece called Kitsuna using Veo 2, and now he's working on something called Electric Pink, pushing the tech further.
Cool.
And Junie Lau, she's exploring AI more as a creative partner, really pushing the boundaries of what artistic collaboration with AI can look like. Her current project is called Dear Stranger.
So these aren't just hypothetical use cases. Real filmmakers are actively using and shaping this.
Exactly. And for anyone wanting to hear directly from them, Google actually put out a video. It's called Behind the Lens: AI, Creativity, and the Future of Filmmaking Tools. Features those filmmakers talking about their process.
Oh, that sounds like a great resource.
Oh.
We should link that. Okay, so looking ahead, where does Flow go from here? What's next?
Well, AI video tech is moving incredibly fast, as you know, so we can probably expect things like support for generating much longer video clips.
Right, going beyond short sequences.
Yeah. Maybe more interactive elements within the videos themselves. Even more detailed customization options seem likely.
And what about editing?
The sources hint at the potential for real-time video editing. Imagine tweaking the video as it's being generated. That would really blur the lines between creation and post-production.
That would be incredible. Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. What's the big takeaway on Google Flow?
I think it's clear that Flow is a seriously powerful AI-driven tool. It genuinely makes creating cinematic-looking video faster, easier, and way more affordable.
Using that combination of advanced AI like Veo 3, Imagen 4, and Gemini.
Right, plus those practical tools like the scene builder and the camera controls, it really does empower a huge range of creators.
From indie filmmakers and YouTubers to educators and big companies.
Yeah, it's reshaping not just how videos get made, but potentially who gets to make them at a professional level. It removes a lot of the old barriers.
So maybe a final thought to leave our listeners with. As these AI tools, like Flow, keep making professional video creation genuinely accessible to pretty much anyone with an idea, how is that going to change things?
It's a huge question, isn't it?
It really is. Will it just change how stories are told? Or will it fundamentally reshape who gets to tell them?
Yeah.
And what kinds of stories, what completely new narratives might we start seeing emerge when the main limit is just human imagination?